Hi, it's Robin Sharma, the author of The Leader Who Had No Title. Welcome to this video. This is an exciting one, super tactical, super valuable as always. I'm going to dive right in on these ideas to become super successful, change your mindset, and truly not only dominate your field as the best there ever was. I mean, imagine if that was your standard. Literally, you want to be the undisputed heavyweight champion of your field, the best there ever was. You want to be the Picasso of what you do. So good, they cannot ignore you. You literally want to make history, not only with your work, but with your life. So a few ideas to help you do that. I'm going to get right into the first one. Cut your excuses in half and double the amount of action you take. You can make excuses or you can change the world, but you can't do both. I'll put it to you this way. If you look for your excuses, you'll find them. I'll put it to you this way, with deep respect as always. Your excuses are nothing more than the lies your fears have sold you. The more you recite your excuses, the more they start to imprint your subconscious, which then form your dominant beliefs, which then drive your performance. If you say, I'm not smart enough to be world class or to double your income, then that belief, according to the positive psychologist, will become a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you say, I don't have time to get fit like Madonna, then you actually will look for ways to fill your hours with too many busy things to do and not find the time to work out. If you say, I'm not in the right industry to get to world class, or if I don't have the right boss to be the Picasso of what I do, or the Lady Gaga, or the Bono, or the Da Vinci, then that belief will drive your performance and you will never be the Picasso of what you do. What I'm suggesting is cut your excuses in half. Actually, what I'm suggesting is you release your excuses as of today. Because you know what? Your excuses are not true. They're hallucinations. Step out of your excuses today and then not only cut your excuses in half, then double your action. You know this, but success is a numbers game. So you want to double your action. Make 10 times the calls that you're making. Work twice as hard as the competition, because here's something else you want to write down into your journal right now. Success is much less about IQ and much more about hard work. Second idea I want to share with you is leave the herd. To have the results only 5% of the population have in terms of your happiness, your fitness, your finances, your quality of your family, quality of your lifestyle. To have those results that only 5% have, you must be willing to do what only 5% have the guts to do. Which means you have to leave the herd. Most people in the world right now are card-carrying members of the cult of mediocrity. So as you start to say, you know what, I want to be the best in the world at what I do. I want to be super fit. I want to have the prosperity and money I've always dreamed of. I want to travel the world. I want to have a great family life. I want to change the world with my life. Literally, your mindset and the way you're behaving will be different from 95% of the people who spend the best hours of their days watching television in a subdivision. I mean, most people gossip too much, drink too much, worry too much, complain too much. And as you leave the herd won't like it because you're disrupting the dominant values of the herd. And they get threatened because genius is an act that threatens people. I remember being in the Barcelona Picasso Museum and there was a sign that says, people were disturbed by the genius of Picasso. And I'm just suggesting to you, leave the herd. And as you leave the herd, people will criticize you. And I guess what I'm suggesting to you is if people don't laugh at you and criticize you, you're thinking too small and you're not doing very much. Have the guts to leave the herd. Have the guts to be laughed at. All geniuses were first laughed at before they were revered. Third idea, grit. Dig grit. What does dig grit mean? Dig grit simply means that the number one factor of success, according to research, is a word called grit. It's not intelligence, not education, not being in the right industry, not being at the right time. It's about having grit, which means you just don't give up. It means you have ridiculous levels of persistence. It means you get bloodied and knocked down and you don't give up. And that's why Steve Jobs is so iconic. He had grit. I mean, everyone else in his industry had a vision, but it got diluted when they were laughed at or challenged. I mean, they told Steve Jobs 6 weeks before the release of the iPhone that the screen that he wanted, I mean, he said to his team, I want the icons on the iPhone to look so gorgeous people would lick or want to lick the iPhone screen. And they told him, Steve, that quality screen and that kind of glass has never been made before. And Steve Jobs said, no, we're not going to dilute the vision. This is my vision. You must find a way. 6 weeks later, the iPhone was released with the screen he wanted. He had grit. He didn't give up. He didn't do it for the money, because if you do it for the money, when you get laughed at or when you fail, you will give up. You've got to do it for the love. You've got to fall in love with your craft. Fall in love with your vision. You've got to have grit. You just can't give up. You want to outfail the people around you and stay in the ring longer than anyone else thinks you have a right to do. I mean, all masters suffer more than other people. I just want to be really honest with you. The price of success, I mean, people say, you know, Bill Gates got lucky. Branson got lucky. Federer got lucky. You don't get lucky, you create lucky by not giving up and having grit and sticking with the vision longer than anyone has the right to tell you to do so. And then the final idea, and this might be a little interesting for you. We all talk about fitness. Yes, we all want to live longer. We all want to have more energy. You've heard me talk a lot about the value of fitness to double your performance, talking about serotonin and norepinephrine and dopamine and the reasons why you want to get fit, so you increase your focus, increase your energy. But here's a little spin on it. Get fit to be of use. I mean, ultimately, life is short. And the more fit you are, the more people you can help. The more fit you are, the more you can pursue your vision. The more fit you are, the more you'll have the energy and the stamina to change the world. So those are a few ideas to help you double your success and really get to your personal Mount Everest.